Hello, hello, hello. We're going to talk about mitochondria, okay? The missing word in your perimenopause appointment. Mitochondria are so important to our health, our longevity, and our energy. We talk a lot about hormones and things like that, but we don't talk about mitochondria, right? And mitochondrial dysfunction in perimenopause and menopause um, is a huge reason why we have a continued energy problem, right? It's not the only reason, but it's a pretty big reason. So I want to explain, what do mitochondria actually do? Like, why should we care about mitochondria, Dr. Sarah, right? Like, why should this be part of our plan? Mitochondria are the tiny organelles in every cell whose entire job is to create ATP, energy. Their entire job is to create energy, right? There's mitochondria in your brain, there's mitochondria in your ovaries, in every single organ that you have. So, mitochondria play a role in your brain, in your mood, in your metabolism, in your hormones, in your immune system, right? If your mitochondria start to slow down, you will slow down, period. You are literally, it's pretty easy math here. You are literally making less energy, right? So if your mitochondria slow down, you are literally making less energy. So it's part of the reason in menopause, why I'm tired all the time. My brain feels blurry. Everything's harder. I'm gaining weight. Because as those hormones are going down and chaotic, they're also affecting the mitochondria. We also know that 96% of Americans have some sort of mitochondrial deficiencies based on what we eat, exposure, genetics, things like that. So, having mitochondrial deficiency added on to perimenopause is a recipe for disaster. Okay. And why does perimenopause affect mitochondria? Estrogen is mitochondrial energy, right? Estrogen increases mitochondrial efficiency. Estrogen increases antioxidant capacity, glucose metabolism, mitochondrial repair. So when estrogen drops or fluctuates like it does in perimenopause, the mitochondria become sluggish. So there's less ATP, there's less energy, more oxidative stress, that stress that's in the body that goes around and makes you gummed up and feel tired and inflamed. There's more inflammation, there's more fatigue. Okay. Interestingly enough, progesterone also feeds mitochondria. So, progesterone reduces inflammation and supports mitochondrial stability. So, when progesterone goes down, again, we start having these mitochondrial dysfunction. Cortisol gets dysregulated. As we have less estrogen, we have more cortisol, right? Higher cortisol equals higher mitochondrial damage. And so adding all of this together, not to mention that thyroid and the mitochondria are also married. So when mitochondria slow down, thyroid hormones don't activate properly and they can become more sluggish. This is why we can see more thyroid issues or worsening thyroid issues in perimenopause. Okay. So perimenopause stresses both systems, right? As we're losing estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone, we're stressing the entire system, but also we're decreasing or affecting the way that mitochondria are made or the way that they're performing. So we're getting a double whammy, right? We're getting a double whammy. And what are some signs? Like, what are some signs that our mitochondria are dysfunctional? Fatigue, brain fog, crashing midday, no work, all the same signs, ladies, that of perimenopause, of chaos in our hormones, right? These are our biochemical like red flags. So, here's the thing, like, can we repair our mitochondria? Sure, yeah. And this is why we look at you as a whole person, right? I mean, and why hormone therapy is not the only thing, right? It's a tool in the toolbox, but we need to look at the mitochondria too, right? So, in hormones, obviously, replacing them, optimizing them will help our mitochondria function, but we can also help our mitochondria function on its own. And so I say this because there's quick and easy ways that you can optimize the mitochondria and give yourself just even 10 or 15 or 20% more optimization. So, mitochondria is something that I focus on a lot with all of my clients, whether you're perimenopausal or postmenopausal or you're 15, it doesn't matter because mitochondria drive energy. Okay. Some really cool things that we do inside our women's next level collective. We have a longevity lab all about mitochondrial repair. It's a really cool thing. You go in there, you figure out the top 5 ways to optimize your mitochondria. It's quick, it's easy, and so it's part of the collective longevity lab is really cool. So if you're looking for ways to fix your mitochondria and how to do that, then just check out our longevity lab inside of our women's collective, which is awesome. So really, I came here to say that mitochondria play a huge role in our life, whether we're 15, whether we're 55, whether we're 85, and we really should be optimizing our mitochondria, but especially in perimenopause and menopause, because it's going to help us with that transition to make more energy, to feel better when our brains are transitioning. Okay. So I appreciate you. Please go out and fix your mitochondria. Okay. Share this with a friend, someone that needs to hear it, because we all need to hear it, ladies, right? And guess what we need to be doing? We need to be sharing these things with our friends. We need to be talking about it. So go out there, optimize your mitochondria, and I'll see you soon.